What's up, guys, and welcome back to the episode of Find Love or Die Trying. This may be the final episode. We have our final day with Allie, and then we have our decision to make on who we're going to stay with. I'm super excited to see if this is the end or if there's more to it. I would be really surprised if there was more to it after this episode, but we'll see. I found Allie by the beach, or more accurately, she came running to me. You're not going to believe this, Kat. What's that? Alright, who took my keys? You got 10 seconds before I take it out of Forrest's paycheck. Oh, come on. We'll walk and talk. Come on. More like, let's walk? Maybe more like run like hell? Forrest's not going to be happy when he finds out that whatever, come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me with her into the forest, clearing nearby. What's going on? You're not going to believe what I just found. What's that? Well, I was wondering how the top the two previous days when I stumbled upon. Wait a minute. It's better if I surprise you. I'm gonna close my eyes again, right? I love how fast you're learning things, Kat. She was singing and she covered my eyes with one hand and pulled me along with the other. She pulled me along step by step. I can't say I wasn't enjoying it. Is this a staircase? It feels like metal beneath me. In the middle of the forest? Just a point more now, alright? You can open your eyes now. How on earth? You were inside a small plane, the very same one you'd been really raking in the first day here. How did you even... It was just sitting in the forest, so I thought, why not, right? I have so many questions. Wait a minute, are you planning on... Without even bothering to answer me, Allie rushed to the cockpit. Oh, crap. Here's to hoping that this goes better than the rollerblades. Huh, I wonder what this big red button does. Oh, God, you get me out of here. I ran for the door, but it was already shut tight. And away we go! The engine of the plane roared as we took off. I slid to the side of the door. Come on, be honest. You were thinking the same thing. You put a big, juicy red button there, completely unattended, and you expect a good citizen like me not to press it? You're bonkers. You got a point. But do you have any idea how to fly this thing? Wait a minute. If you're talking to me here, who's flying the plane? Technically nobody, but... Crash. Right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. We hit it hard enough for it to be slightly deformed. Oof. I slammed into a wall yet again. Well, don't need that wing anyway. We still have the other one. Exactly like kidneys. Forget dating death shows. Forget Damien and Kat. Allie was going to be the death of me. I tried to run to the cockpit, but all it was I could do was stay upright as the plane teetered back and forth. I'm just kidding. I got this. I ran to the cockpit without breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, I did my best impression of a ball in a ping ball machine. Alright, I got this. The plane seemed to stabilize in a matter of seconds. Oh, thank God. I thought we were really gonna crash. Oops. Once again, the right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. Somehow it was bent back into its original shape. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Alright, that was just dumb luck, and you know it. And for now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, we started getting altitudes. Slowly at first, but then faster and faster and higher. Before long, we were soaring high above the trees. Allie yelled out in triumph. Woo! I joined it and yelled out with glee. It's a pretty great feeling, huh? Not dying in a fiery plane crash. Flying free without it. What's the point of living? You talking about freedom or flying? Why not both? That said, there's another reason I flew us up here. What's that, Allie? This is the only place I can find the island that wasn't bugged. No one can eavesdrop on us here. Sorry for the turbulence, but without it, they might have heard me disable the bugs in here. Believe me, I looked for a safe place as hard as I could. That's why I got the rollerblades in the boat earlier, to find a safe place to talk as fast as possible. I'm guessing you know what the show's really about then. Unfortunately, yeah, what a bummer, am I right? Unfortunately, I don't think you do, and I can't risk telling you everything either. What? Why? Believe me, you're better off not knowing. What? Allie, what are you hiding? Who are you really? Look, we don't have much time before we have to land. The thing is, we're already almost out of fuel. Sure enough, the plane started descending. Just trust me, I'm on your side, Kat. I know there's so many lies going around here, but I really just want to help you get out of here. Though I have to admit, it wasn't on my to-do list at first. It's a good thing you're so cute. I'm kidding, jeez. Do you trust me? Fucking fine. Of course I do, Allie, you know that. You won't regret it, I promise. So what can you tell me? There's no time. Long story short, there's something on this island I need to find that the people I work with need. It's life or death, not just for you or me, but for countless others. I came here to save you all, and I won't give up until I have. Though at this point, I've done all I can. It's in his hands now. Whose? Let him talk. We're almost back in range of the island's recording network. No matter what, we can't tell anyone what happened here. Not even a little bit. Not even if you think you can trust them. Are we clear? Crystal. The plane flew lower and lower. Alright, we're about back into the recording zone. What else? Don't do anything I want to do. That really doesn't limit it too much. I guess not. After we landed, Kat scolded us for taking the plane. Kat and Allie seemed to exchange one of the few uneasy glances as we got off the plane. As we were walking away, I heard Kat whisper something to Allie. Nice try. And then I saw something I'd never seen before and would never see again. The sky rapidly turned from a bright blue to black, as if we were in water being drowned in the darkest ink. Then the bright sun in the sky went out like a candle in the wind. Even though I knew I was standing outside, I couldn't even see my hands in front of my face. Then I felt somebody grab me from behind. No, not somebody. There must have been several people. They forced me to the ground and cuffed me behind my back. I screamed, but there was no sound. I tried to fight, but there was no way out. I screamed for Allie, for her to run as far as she could, but I heard no response. Then nothing. Is it the same ending as before? Oh, shall we? What are you talking about? She placed some kind of hum on my head. I tried to avoid it, but the brace around my neck made it impossible to remove her. Please, Kat, don't do this. I could hear the hum of a massive generator turning on behind me. She raised her hand, revealing the trigger switch with a single red button. See you soon, Kat. She pressed it. The curtain closes. You're taking your bow, and when you lift your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. It's you, the one I've been waiting to see all this time. The one who made me dream of a life together far from this island. You've been right beside me all this time. Tomorrow's the day, Kat. You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You've got a point. She reached for my hand and held it tightly. You okay? You sure we should be doing this? I don't want you to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Hey, Kat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks, Kat. Wait. How did things come to this? Is Kat the one we're in our dreams? Hold on. I need answers. The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life. She shot me. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I try my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What did you do to her? I choke at every last word. I didn't do anything. You're too busy making hard eyes at Kat to see where her true loyalties lied. I'm sorry, Kat, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island, but you didn't trust me enough to tell me what exactly it was. So I came close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me about your plan that there was no way you were going to ever escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter. Why? I love that look in your face, Kat. You know, you got an expression that'd be perfect for my next show. It just so happens we got an opening just for you. It's no use. I lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end. Keep him alive. Kat. You might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're going to wish that I just let Kat kill you. Why? Why, Kat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Where am I? I'm underwater? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all my strength to reach out my hand forward. It feels like glass. I'm trapped in some sort of tank. I want to sleep for just a... Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see. Hang on, just a little longer, Kat. Who are you? The woman in front of me looked at me with pity. I say something. Try to speak, but it's no use. My mouth won't speak the words. I want them to. You're awake. I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit. Trust me, and I'm sorry in advance. She moved towards me, some kind of terminal next to my tank, and pressed a button. As if on cue, it was as if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I screamed and thrashed around, but it did nothing to alleviate the pain. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left in him. You know, Kat, you're in luck. Usually I'd kill you for this, but this new opportunity just opened up, and I think you'd be the perfect fit. I'm sorry, Kat, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? The same ending? He means my father. Always the hero, aren't you, Kat? You should be more worried about yourself. You know the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Kat. Hold on just a little longer, Kat. She looked away from me as if she heard something. What I could tell. Shit, they're almost here. We're running out of time. I'm sorry, Kat. I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this will have to be enough. She pressed another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank or they'll know something's up. She pressed her hand against the glass. Run just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. The pain had stopped. The world turned dark. I've been here before. I'm Kat. I'm on some kind of dating show called Find Love or Die Trying. Allie, she helped me. I gotta find her. You're up early. Most people around here usually need a little more time to wake them up. Kat. I remember now. I tried to escape the island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and she shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Allie, Scarlett, Terra, Violet, and you. Each of them countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before the show started either. I need to find Allie, but first for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Kat know that I remember what happened before. Where am I? I gotta play dumb. I know this sounds weird, but do you know where we are? Will she buy it? Walk with me. There's a lot to get you caught to speed on. Name's Kat. I'm the producer of a new show, Find Love or Die Trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Looks like it's the same gang as usual. Learn about the killer dating show rules, meet the girls before the show starts. I don't remember meeting you before the show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. It's impossible not to be happier when I see your smile. You'd think that the staff would have learned how to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than the show to show the world, Violet. Scarlett, you're so hiding that you're reading the magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. You still have no idea what you got into, Terra. Killer dating show or not. I'll have to see the way you would see the world. Oops. And finally, Allie. You never gave up on getting us out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Kat. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went for a jog, exchanging banter. The second we got to an unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Kat. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? Nope, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Sweet. I knew it was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I gotta ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually a tank knocks me out right away, but the last time I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Allie. All I could ask for is a fighting chance, and you gave that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh. I'm hands down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, Kat. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And the bones are their necks. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. The war will be won with information that lives on this island and only here. There was no way that we could ever find this place, not by conventional means, but then we found out about the show. And so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Allie. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I had to do was write us a report and label me as suspicious of conspiring against the government. Take a few cute selfies and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I got you now. And we'll get out of here together. Sound good to you? Sound like a plan? I haven't told you about the plan yet. Since you're so excited, let's get right to it. The two things we need to do are, 1, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do. And we need their help for part 2. What's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done, though. It's going to take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a date with Scarlett today? I can do that. How does this really test getting out of here? I'd tell you if I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's get back to the mansion. Don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sound good to me? You're really something, you know? That's putting it lightly. Kat, there you are. Sorry I got carried away exploring the island. I got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Is that so? Well, it's no harm, but you have a whole week to explore, you know? You'll get 1 day with each of the girls for the first 5 days. A little something special for the 6th day, and then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. Sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. You'll be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend a date with today? Scarlett. There's just something about her, you know? I found Scarlett inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. It did the heart good to make her smile in the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Allie insisted in me going on a date with Scarlett today. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but... Hey, Scarlett, Kat! I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? That sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy, and... Scarlett, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with Kat. I couldn't have. I've never had anything like this. Wait, what? What do you mean it's true? It's true. I can vouch for her. We've been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? And I probably could, but I need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me. You can use our lab. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trap door. She walked in and beckoned us to follow. We walked down spiral stairs for who knows how long. I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snipping around. This lab belongs to the R&D. We could get all in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm going to need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Kat. I've got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. If it makes you feel any better, I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out of here alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I got a feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's go on with this. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against a group, so we spent the whole day trying to split them up as we were searching for lone wolves. Brains, bananas. We're in luck we finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and we're finished. I've got just the thing. Sky pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Where'd you even get that? Is it really important right now? Do you mind looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlett. I turned around. Brains, bananas. I hope your health insurance covers this. Wait. One more with feeling. Are we the bad guys? We dragged him back to the mansion, paying careful attention not to run into any more zombies running amok. Scar opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room and pulled Forrest and Contra's body in. Oh, my hand slipped, causing Forrest's body to tumble down the stairs. Bonk, bonk, bonk. He just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick, we're not gonna have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him pretty quick. We put him on the operating table for Scarlett to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlett? The virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting, it looks like something I would make. Not like that I've ever made zombie viruses, Kat. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. Kat, you there? Weird. I thought Kat was supposed to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here? I guess so. I'm going to tell her we got a cure now. Sweet. Great work, Scarlett. You bet I did. We administered the cure to 4 and went back upstairs together. Kat, you there? What's up, Scarlett? I've been waiting for hours for you guys. You two done yet? We got the cure now. We just need your people's help to administer it. We'll be on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, Kat, how about you tell me about yourself? It'd be my pleasure. With Kat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague, with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlett. After that, I went for a night walk with Allie to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know. I think I found a way to bring the others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet. I wasn't sure how to get back there after they shipped us out here, so that's a huge win. So where is it? There's a secret trapdoor in the games room. You must have to press a hidden panel on the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlett and I are only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't worry about that. I got an inside man. 4 is going to be helping us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with old recordings. 4? That way we can get in and stay inside long enough. Oh, nope. To get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. That brother that we KO'd today down the stairs, what's that look for? I'm surprised he's standing after today, to be honest. I wouldn't work with people who go down that easy. Was 4 always working with you? Nope, never till now, but we can't afford to refuse his help. I had him prove he's trustworthy. Don't worry, you can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this, trust me. Put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, we parted to reveal the winding staircase 4 becoming intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Did Allie prove 4's trust before, or was his little trip on the stairs? Oh, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I stayed on top of the stairs and played for a while. It's much more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, Cat. I'll explain the situation as we walked downstairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical, except for Scarlett. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down here. We walked towards the machines, in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on the machine. My father's company made these? Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they filled the show over and over. But if I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Ken and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back. Otherwise, you won't trust us enough. I'd have to be quite foolish just to step into the tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? No, she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie, this isn't the first time we met, is it? No, it isn't. We got to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other hand, I'm glad this machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I trust you. We'll walk me back into the machine. Thank you, Violet. I know it must be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that has your name on it. Go into it, and then Kat and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a little. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlett and Violet walk to their respective things. I don't get it, really, but I trust you, Kat. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha, I guess. Is this thing going to hurt? It is. It is. I'm sorry, Yui. Don't be, Kat. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. It makes things makes me even more sure to trust you. Here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Let's do this, Kat. On it. Even if it's necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process were even more than I could take. Ellie and I covered our ears as Violet and Yui and Terra remembered all their memories of years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Violet, Scarlett, Yui, and Terra stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? This probably isn't the best time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got their memories back. What'd you bet? I was going to watch them from a safer distance, if you don't mind. If it could kill the girls who had gotten out of the tanks, it would have killed me several times over. They ran to me over, yelling and screaming. You 5-timing little cheater! Wait, I can explain. Too late. They were already on me like hyenas. Ah. Now that we all have calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Allie. For your sake, Kat. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. Congrats, Kat. You made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlett. And that's before the zombies got involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. Do you think you drew Scarlett at the end of this? Too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem as certain as possible, not to get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If that happens this time, then game over. The only reason why I made it out of those moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would have ever happened again. There's no room for error. It's early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start the fire than a full-day date with another woman? If it ain't broke, who's it gonna be? If you're notice that there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even one bit. Really? It's right by the games room, and it's not that hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around late night looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it using a black key that she kept in a key ring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as in other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that then. Exactly. If you give me the key, even for a minute, I can make a mold of it and we can use it as a duplicate key. I'm betting that would be pretty useful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome, but when Kat knows her master key is going missing, you're absolutely right, especially if you or I try to take it. I have a feeling of a but coming, but it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui. By then tonight, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I say it sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay? Trust me, Kat. When have I ever been wrong? I guess every single date we've been on is evidence. Those don't count. Yui. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. It was the first date since getting all of the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how to not give away what we knew on the cameras, but we figured it out pretty quick. It's nice to see you again, Kat. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's gotta be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel like things are going a little over my head. The show, me and you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like I know it's going to be okay. Would it be okay if we just spent today like this? She leaned closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute, what about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry, I got that covered. Bun. Bun darted out of a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun, hunt. Bun leapt out of her arms and dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, oops. Well, how about we go on a little walk together? What just happened? She reached for my hand and held it tight. I like that. We walked and talked for hours, and we took breaks. We lay next to each other on the grass, talking about everything, anything and everything. You're always a lovely girl. At times we remembered how dire the situation we were in. I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'd never afraid of those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile, made me feel lighter than air. A life without her would be wonderful. What? I got to make sure to get us out of here safe. Kat? Yeah? I love you, Kat. I hope we can spend another day together just like this soon. I can't wait for that day, Yui. I'd be counting the days till then. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. Kat, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Kat? Got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, monster teeth, and there's at least 5 of them. It took everything I had not to laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that fords lead the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and dramatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get more rest while you have a chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Kat. Forest beasts affect 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Kat. Good night, Kat. Mission success. I can't believe that worked. How did you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to her special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but... Sorry, what? I'm only half kidding. Don't worry about it. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set. Where'd you get the plaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it, it will make you less happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome. Let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know, Kat. Ford disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be able to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I walk back up the staircase, back to the mansion. Where are they? I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I made my way over. Hey, Violet, how are you? Goodness, apologies, Kat. I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides the, say, hundreds of different versions of memories that of the same week? I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I've never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet, and they're going to be happy to see you again. You're right, Kat. There's no way that you can make sure, could you? I guess so, but we've got to believe, right? I suppose you're right once again, Kat. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is it, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That'd be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first in just about everything. Well, I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was an accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she hit before I was, and she died for it. I'm sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her, but for her sake, just for that one time, I wish I'd come in first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Kat. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my best to live up to my standards she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I was as good at running the business or appearing prim and proper, or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing, but that's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me, or perhaps they wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist for the chance to support them for once. At times, I feel like I can't do anything right. Look at how this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes? I held her in my arms tightly. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put fear of God into the Brothers 5 and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's the one that we're going to get out of together, and we won't be able to do it without you. You're too kind. Thank you for I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why we came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping that the master key will be pilfered will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my previous offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet. I would really appreciate that. It's the least I can do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know? I know it's not the time or place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world. I'm looking forward to that day. As am I. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. For once, I lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once, I'm excited about what tomorrow will bring. It's only up from here. Kat! Allie, what are you... Never mind that. You gotta come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you want to see it. She reached my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you, caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our file, except for Yoi, who was already holding hers and Allie. Weird. There's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there's nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Allie slowly walked to the pile, found her own, and opened it with one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Allie Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. It's good to know that the whole getup was a good idea. So, you know, I actually fucking hate sports. I've never seen Allie look so angry. Let's see. They got all the finger information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others. They've got notes down here for how and when I brush my teeth, or how I react differently when they change the show, or tell me different things, or we're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I had invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. You couldn't have known, Scarlett. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. If you say so, Kat. My file says they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how this could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yoi, all things considered. Oh, I don't know how that must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Allie's. They checked, measured, and commented on all the many things about us so many times it feels so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came to the show, Kat? No, why is that? I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money, but nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now. It was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came to the show, my sisters and farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad that she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again, that's too depressing to think, Yoi. We're going to get out of here and see your sisters again, together. Thanks, Kat. I like that. I'm curious, Yoi. What kind of archetype do they list you as? The girl next door? Damn it, that sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlett, Allie, and I laugh. At times like this, having a mood lifter like Terra was about critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you? Please, God, don't let this be true. I fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands on her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the floor, causing the paper inside to scatter throughout the room. Nothing is okay, Kat. It doesn't matter if you get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to. No one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran upstairs. Steps echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Kat. I didn't mean to look, but her papers scattered around the room, and maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case, otherwise unremarkable. She is the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be their next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Vane sent their main daughter Violet to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Kat. I'm here if you want to talk, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could, after what had happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. Gotta thank you, Kat. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You're right, you don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Kat. One step with Kat, and this is all over. I'm good, thanks, Kat. I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui is definitely a contender for the final ceremony, We'll see. I'm not so sure just yet. Oh, really? That's a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, who's today's unlucky girl? So who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we all need to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet will be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Sarah does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombies Scarlett made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was the zombie. That was not a good DI at all. Can I take my vote back now? What do you think, Kat? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll make sure there's something that we can do to help us escape. That way we only do on date with Violet. I got it. Tomorrow we're going to date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. We'll make that happen. I do have one small request, though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Oh, then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I want to cheer her up. I think she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cook with the staff at afternoon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Well, anyway, guys, I think in the episode here, wow, this episode has been a doozy. Oh my god, I didn't expect that this thing was going to go on for so long. I was expecting like a linear plot, you know, I mean a little bit doki doki, but oh my god, this has totally subverted my expectations. It is, this game so far has been interesting. We're already like, what, 7-8 episodes deep at this point, and it's like, Oh my god. I can't even like believe how much we're gonna be doing. I thought this was gonna be the last episode, but just given how this is going, I wouldn't be surprised if there was at least another like 2 or 3 episodes after this, if not more, just with how many options there are and how many routes there are. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and remember to always look around for a secret lab.